I give thanks to the Most High, the Most Fly Watch. I give thanks to the host of Mount Skep, raised to the eyes and bloodshotted. Every cage I give a toast to the sky, police and praises. For this holy dose inside, you chose the sky. Send the hands across the fly, perfect the legs to dance. With anointed minds, give me chance a voice to rhyme. Each step through a different day, couldn't see death, just a breath away. That's some pain, so we'll sit and pray. Who can give me strength to praise? No more shackles, with the Lord of Tabernacles. Not to turn the world's ways, get it to pass you. Yo. Know I have a spirit amongst me. Love his peace is bugging me. Whatever's meant to trouble me, have the room for me. Humble me, so I can give him the praise. How the smooth creatures wonderfully made. Connected in the spirit, got me loving his ways. For the word that was dumb on my face. The herb that was twisted like numbers in my braids. Mom's afflicted packing guns by the legs. Smoked out runaway gangs. Last back in time. I'm playing genuine. How my life was wonderfully changed. Gemstar. Gemstar. Gemstar, 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 Gemstar. Yo, what's up the phases you? Mighty got the whole earth phases you. Feeling the breeze, keeping the trees, catching glimpse of every branch swinging through. Not opposed to comprehend. Fast than the bottle when his leads are swaying in. Think back in this word to make the whole world's days begin. Let the rhymes praise you win. You king of kings, hungry saint, think about your major plan. Bombs uncut, play again. Feel your Holy Spirit faded in. You wash away my sin. Predicted your razor lip. Lord, you gave me shit. Will not be moved. You wasn't want to prove when Satan try to stay me in. Shit, I think the way. Open arms, you embrace me in. Twist my personality. Backed out a holdest nationality. Earth the kings and presidents. Nine ribs set marks your presence. The spirit of Rome started petty throne. Behold, the fist is resting on top of the globe. Gemstar. Gemstar, 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 Gemstar. Yeah, welcome to Dropping Gems TV. I'm your host, Gemstar. What's good, everybody? You know what I mean? How'd y'all make it through that storm, man? You know? I heard different parts of Philly was flooded. I heard New York was like Brooklyn and Queens is flooded. I don't know about Long Island. I don't know about Manhattan, but Brooklyn and Queens is definitely flooded, man. I'm out here in Atlanta, Georgia. I heard about those evacuation plans. That's crazy, man. Like, I hope everybody, you know, made it to some shelter and y'all remain dry. All this chaos is going on, man, and it's just you gotta be prepared for. It's hard to prepare, but you gotta prepare for all kinds of things coming at your life, man. It's just too much, man. You know. But I hope y'all had a wonderful day, man. Gemstar, Dropping Gems TV was good with everybody, man. I seen this situation with Cuban Link and Fat Joe, man. I was talking to my boy, like I see Cuban Link. He made like a public apology to everybody, you know what I'm saying, off of, I guess, false documents, false paperwork, according to what Fat Joe was accused of from, you know, different platforms like Star Report, MREC TV, different ones was up there talking about these documents that Fat Joe was involved in, you know what I mean? Those who know, y'all know. Those who don't know, look it up, because I don't really got time to go back and forth with it. I'm just put my 2 cents in. But me and my boy was talking about, like, yo, everything doesn't really require paperwork. You know what I mean? It's not like Fat Joe was in jail, you know what I'm saying, and was facing indictments over that situation that happened. So you really don't need paperwork. People in jail these days and times, when they doing investigations, if they cooperating with the government or the state, whatever, you don't really need paperwork these days. This is not like back in the days, you know? So just because somebody doesn't have paperwork according to an indictment doesn't mean that the situation didn't happen. You could very well have be involved and everything could be true, but just because you don't have paperwork, again, that doesn't mean that thing didn't go down like that. People make agreements all the time with the government, you know? People hide their identities. People cooperate where they can get some sort of immunity by the government, so they'll snitch to get themselves less charges or no charges at all. Government, you know, the feds, they work. I've never been locked up, so I never experienced something like that. But as far as what I hear, you know what I'm saying? Feds, there's no limit to what they'll do to try to get you. You know what I'm saying? If they want to get you, they'll use whatever extreme to get you. They'll buy a trap house for you. You know what I'm saying? So and allow you to do all your dirt in the trap house while they're recording everything inside of smoke detectors or wherever, creating charges. You know what I'm saying? And they'll wait a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years just to get enough solid, credible evidence to lock you down. Like I said, they'll buy the trap house to get you knocked up. You know what I'm saying? They don't really, government don't need paperwork to get you indicted. That's a false, that's a myth. You know what I'm saying? That's a myth. Just because you don't have paperwork on you don't mean that you was a snitch. You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't have paperwork don't mean that you was really authentic in the streets. Just like everybody that's in jail or been in prison, that don't mean that they, because they served a lot of time in prison, that they was official gangster or they was official. They could just be minding their business, going to church, not telling nobody, and just going by the rules. I mean, don't make them official because you did time like you're supposed to be a super gangster or something like that. So that's what I'm saying. Just because somebody don't have paperwork on something does not mean that it is not true. Let's just get that out of your mind. That's just false. You know what I mean? My thing is, if you're not in the streets, don't play in the streets. Play in the sidewalk. That's what it's for. You know what I mean? If you're not about that life, don't go on the street. Get hit by cars. So if you don't want to get hit by charges, if you don't want to get hit by bullets, you don't want to get hit by different situations that go on the street, don't play in the street. Play on the sidewalk. That's what the sidewalk is there for. Me, I didn't bother about a sidewalk. I see what goes on the street. I don't want to get hit in the street. I don't want to get hit by a car. That's why I stay out the street. I stay on the sidewalk. You know, I'll try to cross streets, look both ways using caution, walking like on the tightrope to get to the other side where I gotta go, but I'm not playing the street. You know what I mean? It's too dangerous in the street. If you're not about that fast life and people speeding, you know what I'm saying, in their cars, and you know you walk slow, don't play in the street. Don't drive in the street. Park your car and walk the sidewalk, bro. Ride a bike. You know what I mean? And that's what getting people caught up so much in different situations because they like to play around in the streets. You know what I mean? If you ain't about that life, don't live down. I'm a citizen. You know? I go to work every day. I got a good job. I got a house. You know what I'm saying? I take care of my family, my kids. You know, my wife. There's no reason for me to be in the streets. If I got issues for money, my alternative is to trust in God, not the streets. I'm not going to go to, you know, somewhere no matter how desperate I may get. Hopefully I won't. Because, you know, the streets ain't for you. And too many people get jammed up. If I don't want that type of drama into my life, stay out of people's life. Stay out of people's business. Stay out of people's affairs. If you don't want that type of drama. It's not wrong to be by yourself, yo. It's more peace by yourself. I learned that the hard way. A lot of people that's on your side, they could be eating well on your side, but at the moment, if they're not walking your way, or they living a certain lifestyle that's going to be detrimental to your health or your assets or your family, you need to not be in denial and open your eyes and see what's going on and see, so you can avoid those pitfalls. Keep people at a distance. Everybody's not meant to be all in your circle. Everybody's not meant to be all in your business. It's always the closest ones that get you killed. That's Rich Porter. Ask everybody. Ask Shotty with 6 9s. Always the closest ones that gets you knocked. So nobody's exempt. You know what I mean? People get set up by their wives and people get set up by their husbands all the time when anger and rage and unforgiveness and hatred comes about them. And they'll allow the devil to entertain their mind and to get back. You know what I'm saying? They do things for retaliation just because you offended them. If they're not focusing and learning to pray it out and show love regardless and avoid situations, avoid drama, avoid unnecessary conversation. People got a lot of pride and they want retaliation for they feel they got done wrong. You know what I mean? So that's the scenario, man. That's the scenario, yo. Like you gotta choose your battles wisely, and I still got by that. Temptations every day. That's how you handle these temptations, me. I got a whole law book, a guide book that I'm supposed to abide by to measure up according to the standards I'm supposed to be living. At least I have a guidebook. Because temptations is every day. People falling all the time off temptations. You know what I mean? And it's not easy. But if you master your temptation through self-control, it's worth a whole lot of pain. It's worth a whole lot of hardship. What they say, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. My father told me that. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. That goes for anything. That goes to sex. If you avoid that girl, that loose girl that you don't know, and you're going to go on a raw dog, or if you are protected, if you avoid that temptation to sleep with that person, it's worth a pound of cure. You don't got to deal with the drama with a husband, a jealous husband or spouse. You don't got to deal with the drama with HIV, AIDS, syphilis, gonorrhea, all kinds of stuff. I'm sorry, I had to get off this chair. I hurt myself, you know what I'm saying? Got little back issues, you know? Little things like that. You don't got to worry about beef on the streets. You don't got to worry about being falsely accused. You know what I mean? You maintain your rep. So that's what that is, man. You know what I mean? So don't listen and don't fall for everything that people say. You know what I mean? Measure out what people say. Don't be gullible. You know? Situation with Fat Joe. A lot of people, well, they do a lot of things out of spite, man. You know what I mean? Like they not a spite, out of greed. Whatever it take to keep them out of jail, whatever it take to be ahead, whatever it take to be successful, they'll do it. They'll tarnish their image, they'll tarnish their name for a piece of money. They'll talk about other people, like Nori did with the Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? They talk down on other people's character just because they feel like they up and they in a better situation. But watch how you move, because you never know when you may need somebody in life. You know what I mean? Stop gossiping, stop backbiting, because that's going to be used against you. You know what I mean? So just because you up now don't mean you're going to stay up. And you don't want to be in a situation where you're going to be eating crow. You know? So that's what I'm saying. Money is just like alcohol. If you understand what I'm saying. Money is just like alcohol. Money would reveal what's in a person's heart. Just like when someone drinks alcohol and they're intoxicated, it reveals what's in a person's heart. So you'll find out things that could be offensive. You'll find out things where someone's going through, what they're thinking about, or if you give by giving money or alcohol. People sell themselves out. People sell themselves short for money. That greed, the love for money is the root of all evil. You see that when people, you know what I'm saying, win the lottery, they could be the most generous person winning the lottery, giving people who this, that, and the third to whoever, paying off people's mortgages, paying off car notes, giving people not even loans, giving people just grants, just favors, hooking them up of their situation. And them be the ones who plot. No, that's a good person. All they had to do was just ask, and they could have got. And they still would plot because of greed and envy and jealousy that's in their heart, and set that person up and kill that person. And kill that person when they could have got whatever they wanted freely. No? Just to get what they have, money. See it with drugs. People will sell their moms short. People will sell their daughters, their sons for drugs. You know what I mean? And because of that greed, that lust, that craving for it. You know what I mean? Sex. People sell themselves short for sex. Don't care if they married. You know? Don't care if that person can have AIDS. If they look that good to them, they'll still sleep with them. You know what I mean? I remember when I was younger, I hear a lot of dudes knowing that girls got, say, herpes or HIV, you know what I'm saying? And they be like, yo, would you still hit that? How many niggas you be like, yo, hell yeah, still in there. I'll put on 2 rubbers in the glove. I'm still going through that. Them be the ones, man. I know a few people who caught AIDS, and the girl straight up told them that they got AIDS. You know what I'm saying? And they ran through that, and look what happened, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man, how life goes, man. Greed. When someone got a lot of greed and selfishness, watch that person. Anybody who's selfish will sell you out, because they're all about self. They'll rip you off. They'll short you in your money, short you in your change. You selfish person and a greedy person combined, don't give money to run to the store for them. Don't give them an errand, because they're going to short you out your money or your change all the time. Don't put them in on a connect that you got, as far as if you, any financial connect. Don't put them on. You keep them distant. You know? You can always test out a greedy and a selfish and sneaky person. You know what I mean? Like, put money on a floor somewhere. Drop the money, see if they're gonna give you the money back. Put the money in a car on the floor somewhere, or on a console, middle console, and walk off while that person there. See if you're gonna take that money. You know? Drop a gram or a bag of weed or something on the floor while you talking to some people. See who's gonna pick it up, who's gonna actually give it back to you, or they're gonna try to pocket that. That shows you, those small things will show you what's in a person's heart. That shows you if a person's authentic or not. Bring your wife around a nigga. Let her be booed up, dolled up, dressing all and smelling all good. Let her be around your man or whoever, and just let her just say, "Oh, I need to ride to the store real quick," or I need something stupid, or my husband want me to tell you something, and it be them too. See if he gonna try to holler at that girl or not. If she official, she'll let you know what's going on. She'll let you know who your friends are. But a lot of people be naive and be in denial and still take their chances. Nah, not him. Nah, that's my man. You know, that can't happen. Just like the situations with, Treyway. I still feel about Jim Jones, what I'm hearing is true. I always felt that way. But because things didn't directly happen to them, they'd be in denial. Him? Nah, it couldn't be. Hell no. Not him. But you see patterns of how people snake people all the time. Come on. They didn't look out for Stack Bundles. Stack Bones got killed, man. Jim Jones could have gave him a spot. He knew he had beef. Jim Jones could have let him have Ballin'. That was his song. Stack Bundles' song. You know what I mean? He could have shined off for that instead of being in the background. Jim Jones went on the limelight, or the selfishness and the greed, the lust to be seen. He went on the limelight for himself. Look at the issues Max B had. Come on, did Jimmy ever get Max B out of jail or try to work on his case. They either try to visit or help him out with commissary or anything. How come he ain't give him his publishing? How come he ain't put him on and just make him an equal artist as him on Dipset? You gotta look at people's patterns, bro. When Cam had beef with 50, who he rode with and sided with, 50. You know what I'm saying? 50, that was a chess move with 50. He seen what was in people's hearts, and he single-handedly broke Dipset apart when they was beefing. And they now, ever since 50 made that little verse on the song saying Jimmy should be the CEO or whatever, and Joel should be such and such. Look, them niggas was hanging with G-Unit since that moment. They was hanging with them, playing pool with them, going everywhere, all out in Queens. Left Cameron out there. So of course Cam gonna feel some type of way. You know? It's crazy. Look at Votto, man. Where Votto at now? You know what I'm saying? If he would have stuck with Cam, he could have been part of Dipset and he could have been part of that battle. Which they probably could have won. If he stayed with Cam, he probably could have won that battle with D Block. You know what I'm saying? The Locks, whatever you want to call it. But because of greed for the limelight, look where he at and look where Cam at. So that's what I'm saying, man. Little things expose what's in your heart, man. You know what I mean? And I gotta work on it myself, man, because I got a lot. We all got flaws. We all got things we gotta work on. Everybody got flaws. Everybody got things we gotta work on. You know what I mean? Just work on it. While you're here on this earth, work on it. Don't sleep on it. Because if you don't, you're gonna be offending yourself, yet alone anybody else. You're gonna be crippling yourself, yet alone anybody else if you don't work on your situation. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying right there. So yo, I ain't gonna hold you. It's already been 22 minutes, man. So easy, man. Alright? One.